let's move on to another title match, Dylan, because this is another one that we talked about in our match card predictions video, and that's the United States Championship match, which is your champion LA Knight defending his title against Andrade and Carmelo Hayes. So, man, this one is tough because, oh man, I'm going to choose LA Knight to retain here because I think they have that story of Andrade and Melo probably getting too focused with each other, and then I think LA Knight's going to kind of sneak out the pin or the win with like a roll-up pin situation here. But I think this match is going to be a lot of fun. I think this is one that is going to surprise people with just how good it is, and because you have three really good wrestlers. Like, I don't think Andrade gets enough credit for how good he is, and obviously Carmelo Hayes is really good in his own right, and he is a star waiting to kind of be made whenever they decide to do that. So it wouldn't surprise me if Andrade or Melo win, but I think that with how over LA Knight was, I think it was Night of Champions is when he wasn't on the card, but they were kind of chanting him in the I don't know if it was the pre-show or the press conference, but they were going nuts for him. So I think he's going to get a big win. Finally, LA Knight's on a paper or a PLE here. So I'm choosing LA Knight. What about you, Dylan?
Yeah, I'm going to go with LA Knight as well. I think, yeah, I'm right there with you with what you said. I think Melo and Andrade going to get a little bit too distracted with one another, which is going to allow LA Knight to pick up the victory. But I did want to point out that finish to that match in Game 7 of Melo and Andrade that set up this triple threat where LA Knight pretty much, I'm just saying it was some heelish behavior, saying keep a lookout. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
From the special guest referee. I will say I don't think it was super out of character for LA Knight. It was a thing. He didn't want to be the special guest referee. They kind of like made Aldis kind of made him. And I also want to go on and once again point out that Nick Aldis is the best GM, or the best authority figure on TV in wrestling right now. Probably because of him being so jacked and the fact that he was like very recently wrestling. But you know what I mean? When he gets into arguments and stuff with his wrestlers and talks to him, it doesn't, you know what I mean? It just feels a lot more real because he can hold his own, and you know what I mean. And it's, I know Pierce is also a former wrestler and stuff, but I think he's older and you know what I mean. So I just wanted to point that out, like that interaction between Aldis and LA Knight, where Aldis is like, nice. Well, you want to make it about you? Good. You got both of them then. Like he's just like very. Yeah, all this is just doing a very good job. Just wanted to point that out once again. So, but like you said, I'm going with LA Knight.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, I love kind of authority, like general manager figures on wrestling shows. They help everything make so much more sense. Like I think every wrestling show should have some sort of general manager authority figure to sit there and book the matches, just because, again, it just, everything makes so much more sense, and you can get a lot of good stuff like we've been getting with Nick Aldis and with Adam Pearce. So